Turn their backs in the past, now they wanna come back. Too bad I'm not practicing forgiveness. Realize that they fucked up, now they see me get some. Can't eat while you standing in my kitchen. Yeah, I remember when you talked down, hands out, thinking that you getting some odds now. If you weren't there for the grass rules, I can't let you in, I'm sorry to break the bed.
Okay, they still up in that beta stage. This should go and wake them up. 200 for a saving grace. I feel I wasn't paid enough. Predicting what I complain about when Ollie catch a major buzz. Hundreds too freshly pressed. Watch out for them paper cuts. The dude working, the tour coming. I'm poured up. The new burden is getting room service in foreign tongue. Boarding a Bombardier to fly to where I'm born from. And when I land a bad Insta influencers swarm us. Women, they loving the dude. I can't fall or bear the thought. I fuck him in something to do. They quick to have the marriage talk. And no one can fit in my shoes, so they watch it where I walk, but can't mimic. They cramp sprinting the caste system. I was born for it. Fourth and inches, I'm going for it. I can't wait to trade for the skate for foreign plates. Foreign mortgages, all of them out in Florida. There's gotta be more to this. Can't bring you if you ain't on the list. Turn their backs in the past, now they wanna come back. Too bad I'm not practicing forgiveness. Realize that they fucked up, now they see me get some. Can't eat while you standing in my kitchen. Yeah, I remember when you talked down, hands out, thinking that you getting some odds now. If you weren't there for the grass rules, I can't let you in, I'm sorry to break the bed. When I get a mansion up in the canyons, I'ma go pass this shit to my dad. I'm putting my mama on the yacht, putting Sebastian up in the fastest. With the Jag back to Jacksonville, get Stephanie Cabal. Cause when I'm on and I don't give a fuck, I'll definitely need it all. Not just talking, I got a knack for making it come to fruition. Came in thinking you get famous, boy, I've come to do business. Seen a ton of all of it happen, they only fuck if you winning. Pussy or push me into distraction, can't keep none of you winning. Don't be turning on them read receipts, hoping that you teasing me. Jokes on you, bitch, you're not the only girl that's seeing me.
Red is on the beat.
¿Qué lo Kentucky Fried Chicken con la gente mía de hora de NYYU? ¿Qué es lo que dicen?
Who the fuck hit the set button?
El diablo.
What's up, everybody?
Maron.
How you doing, Pete?
You know, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited. Yankees are 7-5. Oh, we got a ball game. I know we don't got a ball game to
I
call.
don't have a ball game, not yet.
What are you calling the game with me this year? People are saying, "Where's Kev?"
I know, right? You know what? I've been relaxing my vocal cords. I've been doing too much yelling.
Good idea.
We just
on that one.
We just haven't linked up. You were here for Brewers, and then you got there for the Pirates, and the games were early. I'm working. So maybe Detroit also, they moved them up because of the because it's too cold.
The coldness,
So,
freezing
I don't know.
everybody's balls.
It's weird to MLB doing shit like that. I've never thought they would care.
The ball's on them. The ball's on the MLB to do such things.
But once they normal hours, I'll definitely hop on some game seasons.
Facts.
So I'm down for that, absolutely. But Pete, Yankees pulled out a win today.
They did.
So.
They did. Surprisingly enough, it got scary. It got scary for a second there.
Shit. We almost had to give Devin a nickname already.
The Airbender. I don't know. Might be called the Backbreaker soon enough.
Oh shit, the Backbreaker.
He's gonna go from the Airbender to the Backbreaker.
Maybe it's
really
too cold.
Quick.
The Airbender doesn't bend in the cold. Listen, I mean,
That's true.
It's
You're not worried about him though, are you? Like,
No.
Are you like sitting there be like, this is trouble. I'm scared.
No, there's a lot of people who are concerned. I'm not one of them. We were actually talking about that earlier on Twitter, and I saw you talking about it after, where people were like, somebody said he'd make him a starter. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck are we doing now?
Bananas. The type of Yankee fans this year in game season have been wild.
In general, Pete, this is the worst.
In general, because I don't
I feel like this is the worst
Twitter
year
like that too much.
It's horrible, bro. It's
It's
horrible.
been crazy this year.
So
it
much
really
back and
has.
forth.
Maybe it's the Soto effect. Truly. We were kind of like,
You know what? I didn't
so
think
well
about it
taken
that way.
care of with Soto. It was like, oh, everything's good. Soto and Judge.
Everybody
Now
was
it's
like,
yeah, 100%. That's exactly what it was.
so nobody
Now
cared.
everybody's turning to this.
Go run back to Winterfell. I'll have your head on a spike.
That's Yankee fans right now. They want everybody's head. You know how many times I was told Jason Dominguez should have been traded already today? Today alone, probably a good 12 times. Basically,
Whoever
yes.
said that's on crack.
Basically, yes. I was told
Today they
Dominguez
said
should be
that?
traded. Yes. Ask the chat. They'll tell you. Medina's in here. He was Scotty Wright would tell you.
Oh my
Trade
fucking
him. Start Devin Williams. Luke Weaver must be the closer. It's been bananas so far this year. It's gonna be that type of year.
It's 12 games.
I got yelled at for
fucking-
saying that.
It's 12 games. For once in the life,
I
I
got
like to
yelled
say
at.
I do agree with it's April, people. It is April. Like, and even it's May. June is when you're like, all right, stop it. It's enough. All right. By now you should know what you have, right? But it is really April. And we talked about it before. Like, Cookie's gonna have to make a couple starts. Clark Schmidt is coming back. Luis Hill will be back in around the trade deadline. Relax.
Yep.
Will Warren didn't look so bad. So it's like,
No, and everybody's gonna get mad at me about saying this, Kev. And I get it. I get Carlos Rodon's like one of those really like polarizing Yankees right now. If he doesn't give up that home run, we're talking about a different start. Now, you can't go back and say, well, if he doesn't, because he did. I get that. But Andy Ibanez went down after a good pitch and drove it out to left field. It wasn't a bad pitch.
no, it wasn't.
You take that blemish off, and I know you can't chat, so don't yell at me. I get it. It's not a good outing. But I didn't see so much negatives. I didn't see so many negatives there that I'm like, oh my God, I'm terrified when he pitches.
No, it's again. Also, I don't like to make excuses, but it's fucking cold, guys. It fucking
Oh,
sucks.
I got yelled at, Kev. Don't do it. They're going to come at you.
It fucking
What
sucks
about
right
the
now.
postseason, Pete?
I mean, depends who you're playing. You get
The postseason is also not April, right out of spring training, by the way. So
I know, yeah, they're in better
kind of have a
condition
little
like that.
time to get used to the cold because September starts getting a little colder and October's cold. So kind of go into it instead of like 90-degree weather to 22.
Also, you got to remember, it's like also like even though I get some guys are used to playing in the cold, they were just in fucking Tampa where it was 80. And then you're
Exactly.
going into 30-degree weather.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
Let's
big
give
difference.
them it's a couple. I mean, honestly, nobody thought the Yankees would go on the start that they did.
Yeah.
Peel back the layers. The Yankees in the 5 games that they lost, they faced Zach Gallen, Corbin Burns, and Tarek Skubal. I think if you ask anybody in 5 games if they're facing 3 of those guys, they don't think they're going to win those 3 games.
Oh, no
They're going
doubt.
3
No
and 2.
doubt. And look, I think the pitching is also kind of tough for San Francisco. Has been a really good team to begin the year. So it's not going to be the easiest next 3 games, even though it's at Yankee Stadium. It's still going to be tough for the Yanks.
Yeah, it's still gonna look tough. I want to shout out Scott Horowitz with the super chat. Says,
Yes,
GoFundMe
yes.
for DR. I'm so sad. 113 passed. Yeah,
I think it's more than that, brother. I think it's up to
it keeps
120
counting.
plus now.
Yeah, they said that by Thursday maybe. So tomorrow or Friday, they will probably it'll be done. They'll be able, but it's a lot. There was 300 people in that nightclub. Very very a lot of people that 3 ex-baseball players, including Otavio Dotel, Tony Blanco. So famous DJ from Dominican Republic. There's politicians' kids in there. It's a very sad situation. The GoFundMe, I mean, if Pete wants to do something, I'm down for it. We know that. We'll wait
I think
and
I've
see.
seen 2 of them out there also for that. So
Yeah, we'll see where, and we'll find out which ones are legit before we
Yeah.
tell you guys to donate.
exactly.
So we'll definitely keep that in mind, Scott. Thank you so much. And Kezal says everyone loves Kev. Thank you.
bet
And
your ass.
and Kev loves everyone.
He
Except
loves
Met
everybody.
fans. Except Met fans.
Except for some Mets fans, but I think he loves some of them too, to be honest.
Fuck those
I
guys.
think or not. Or he doesn't. Or he doesn't. What are you gonna do? But I'm happy we could talk about obviously all the series and where the Yankees are right now, but let's take a quick look at the standings of where the Yankees are. In American League East, first place. The Yankees are 7-5 right now. So, look, the run differential looks amazing. I know what everybody's going to say. Well, they scored a shit ton of runs early on and blah, blah, blah. Get it. Okay, it's early, so I'm not going to just, say it's early for some negative things, but not
look
early
at the
for some
runs allowed,
positives.
Pete. Like they don't have. So a lot of people say the Boston has a better starting rotation than them, and look at the runs allowed. They're right there.
It's a great point.
Toronto Blue Jays, yeah, are better. But they and Tampa, what is it? Tampa for some damn fucking Tampa 32. What the, I mean, the teams at Tampa's face though in the beginning of the season is
Tampa ain't
insane.
giving up nothing.
I know, but
Tampa ain't giving
yeah,
up nothing right now.
I didn't expect the Yankees to lose 3 games to the Detroit Tigers, but the Miz game was weird. It was like insanely cold, I heard, and whatever. They didn't look. I mean, they look. It was some weird games, guys. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
kill the Yankees for that. I like to look at what positive came out of that as well. Like for example, Fernando Cruz is finding his rhythm.
He
That's
is.
important.
Hamilton back.
Hamilton is back.
Yep.
Ben Rice has looked
Woo!
great.
How do you
Wherever
feel
they put
about
him.
that, by the way? Because you've talked so highly of Ben Rice for so
I am
long now.
so happy for this kid because he got the wrong end of the or short end of the stick last year because they started to platoon him with DJ LeMahieu, and DJ needs to stay as far as he can away from this team. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear that.
Back here momentarily.
So it's like we'll deal with Stanton when he gets here. Let's stop talking about but what if right now. Ben Rice is hitting. Trent Grisham is hitting. So
Goldie.
I have this right here. I mean, I fixed it through batting average. Number one in batting average is Goldie, 383.
Yep.
Trent Grisham with a 367. Judge with 354. Cabrera hitting 308.
Woo.
Ben Rice hitting 306. If I were to tell you guys that the Yankees would have 5 guys hitting over 300 2 weeks into the season, you guys would say, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yep.
And
Agreed.
it's there. And even below that, like Peraza's hitting 286 and Volpe's hitting 235, but Volpe's slugging insanely this year. You can say torpedo bat, you can say whatever you want.
And they're not talking about a torpedo bats no more. Now the torpedo bats disappeared because Volpe and Jazz has slowed down a little bit. So now there is no you should ban these bats. That conversation is apparently long gone now because the Yankees have struggled for a couple of games scoring runs.
I'm not worried about Wells, either Jason or Cody. Cody's been going through some stuff with his stomach, it looks like, whatever, here and back and forth.
He ate a big Buford.
And he went. I heard he doubled down and went back for the wings.
Apparently.
Holy shit! You doubling down, going for the Buford?
Shit, hell no.
Come on, bro.
Hell no.
Do it.
We were driving, so Francis picked us up to go to the event. And there's a Checkers not far from Yankee Stadium, not far from kind of in between where I live, where I stay in the Bronx, and then where Yankee Stadium is. And we drove by, no joke. My heart started beating fast when I saw the big Buford in the window. I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Don't even look to your right, everybody." And we saw the big motherfucking Buford staring at us dead in the face, daring us to come take a bite. And I wouldn't dare do it.
I might have one later.
Membership, God bless you. Membership gifted just now by Kyle Malay, who's been going in with gifting memberships. Appreciate you, brother. PTSD, yes, that's what I have. That's what I have.
PTSP?
PTSP.
Do you understand what the Buford would do to my asshole right now?
Guys, you have no idea what we have in store for you guys. These drops are just getting better. Me and Pete found some ways to find some more drops, so drops are just gonna keep coming. We might have to.
Can you play that one more time?
All right, hold on.
Do you understand what the Buford would do to my asshole right now?
The shorts are coming too from Tampa. We've been talking. Listen, we're pulling them. We're pulling them together. It was. I can't wait again. I can't wait for the 24-hour stream. Maybe when you guys come in Tampa, we could do some game seasons or some live. I just couldn't do it this time you were here, but I just have a blast, dude, when we're all together. Even when we're on camera, we still have a blast, but it's something of when we're together. I don't know what it is.
Crazy
it's
shit
fucking
happens,
wild,
man.
bro.
Absolutely crazy shit happens. Rara says, Pete, Kev, Francis, and everybody in the chat. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's up, Rara? Que lo que Kentucky Fried Chicken with you, my friend. But smack that like, guys. We got 140 in here. Smack that like.
Hit the like. Hit the subby, folks.
Pete, I know that you were talking about this in post game, but I'm not. What do you think so far about the bullpen? We understand that again the rotation. Clark Schmidt's almost back, which he's looked great in his
Yeah, he's
in his,
really good.
in his what you call it,
We
rehab
know you
starts.
hate him, but you know.
I hate him because Chris likes him. I don't hate him.
Christian.
Christian. Fuck Chris. Christian. Same shit. Kev.
Whoever-
Kevin.
same
Tomato.
person.
Tomato. I don't care. All right.
You
and
just
your Greek
started. You
salad.
just started a rumor that they're the same person.
Okay, Christian. Okay.
They're actually the same person.
Carrasco can
That
go fuck
bum.
himself. That bum.
Oh,
That's
Cookie.
Christian. I mean,
Cookie crumbled.
Cookie looks like he declined the collaborator for John Brophy.
Bro, he took
weird.
everything off. You can't tag him no more. Nothing. Like he's
he's
sensitive. Yeah, he seems very.
Maybe
sensitive
he's
with
upset.
that
Maybe
stuff.
the Yankee fans went at him again. Just kinda
Probably,
care.
but what do you expect being a Yankee? Like,
Who
I'm like,
cares?
don't
you wearing the
understand
pinstripes.
that? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, you're a major leaguer. The people that are
They're-
talking to you are Pete Simonetti's talking in front of a camera. Like, I'm
Pete.
not playing ball right now. What does it bother you?
There is nothing you can tell me if I'm making $1 million a year. You can go fuck yourself.
Bingo. You're a major leaguer playing for
There's
the
nothing.
Yankees. Like, bro, you took down everything Yankee related off
I
of
don't-
your Instagram.
I don't understand the mindset of people that are like that, because at the end of the day, you're one in millions to play one of the hardest games in the best league in the world. I don't care what other people have to say. Like, yes, we're here to critique and we give our opinions as fans, and rightfully so. This is what in every sport it is what it is. But you can't take that shit to heart, my guy. Like,
Not at all.
Like, I don't understand. Like, this whole thing where like Strowman wanted to troll the fans. Who cares, bro?
Yep.
I've always been the type of person that I like to talk with my actions, like on the field, never over like. So I tell that to when I'm coaching the kids. Like, other teams, they like to talk trash or whatever the case may be. Ain't nothing better than you quiet them when with the bat. So when you're striking people out, making plays, it's the best feeling in the world when you quiet the crowd or you quiet the other side because they're talking so much. So I don't understand the mindset of being so, like, I have to say soft. I mean,
It is for New York, for a New York statement, you know, of being a New Yorker. Yes, you would certainly call that soft. It's kind of like hiding from the media almost. Yeah, the fans are the media, but if you can't take fans being upset with a poor outing, which I think any major leaguer would say was a poor outing, I don't think you have a trouble saying that. But if you can't handle that, the old saying is, if it's too hot, then get out the kitchen. And maybe it's not for you, brother. But
I was gonna
do?
ask you, yeah. So it's like Clark Schmidt's around the corner, so maybe he feels like, yeah, he's gonna get DFA'd or whatever the case may be. But again,
still
who
going to be
cares, bro?
hard to DFA. Like, that's the only problem for the Yankees. Like, I was talking about this, and we could talk about this for a minute, man. It's you got your starters now. You got Clark Schmidt coming back. We know about Stroman. We know about Warren. We know about Carrasco. Do you think the Yankees could really afford just to tell Carlos Carrasco, hey, see you later, you're gone? DFA him?
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna accept an assignment.
I don't think so either. That's the problem that I'm seeing, because who's in the minor leagues? Like, God forbid if they did that, and I'm not saying Carrasco's a savior, but he's an arm. If they do that and they move on, who the
Wasn't
hell is up
Brubaker
after
2 weeks
these
from
guys?
now? No,
Who
wasn't
the
it like
frig knows? And Brubaker's always been injured his
Bruce
whole
Baker.
career. He's bruised. Bruce Baker. Bruce Baker's always been, you know, his entire career he's been hurt, and who the hell really knows? Like,
Zach Messenger? I don't know, man.
you got Zach Messenger, and then you got Cam Schlittler. I mean, they have no
fucking
depth.
Phenomenal
no
name.
depth.
I don't care what anybody says. That's a phenomenal name. Cam
Cam
Schlittler.
Shitter,
And Clark Schmidt.
Clark Shits.
Rob Pineda says, Kev, your little man is a baller, bro. Yeah, Lil Noah hit some tanks.
Shout out Noah. Shout out
Yeah,
to
Noah be hitting them tanks. Thank you, Rob.
Hits a couple of bombs every now and then. He goes, okay, home run.
Yeah, so when it comes to the starting rotation, I'm not like, I don't know what they're gonna do, Pete, honestly, because I'm not worried, because I really think Clark is gonna be okay, at least until Luis Hill gets back. We need it, so we can't be like on the negative side of Clark. Well, what is it? Let's just say that he is. With Cookie, I don't know. Maybe they send Warren down one more time. Yankees farm is here, so maybe he can help us. Who else after Schlittler or Messenger do you think, Carlos, if they let go of Cookie, can give the Yankees some starts? So that's the question there. I don't, but again, I don't see Cookie taking a minor league assignment. I think
No,
if
I don't think I don't think he would. I think he probably feels like another team would be able to utilize a starter and bring him on board, but I don't know, man. The rotation is certainly concerned. The one thing that obviously wasn't a concern today, and nobody on Twitter or anywhere in the planet that's a Yankee fan was talking about this guy today and the contract.
Yes.
Oh my God, they gave him the 8th year. I can't believe they did that. Ain't nobody was talking about that 8th year right now when it came to Max Amiss Fried, who was absolutely phenomenal. That curveball, I never knew he had a curveball that good.
Yeah, because you don't see him all the time. You see him in the playoffs. He's had some bad outings in the playoffs, so that's where you mainly. I mean, a lot of Braves fans hit me up and said, "Dude," including Mets fans who see him a lot, were like, "There's gonna be days where you're gonna be like, why is this guy on my team?" I mean, but I think that's with every pitcher. But there's
course.
there's gonna be days like today
Look
where
at
he's
that.
just nasty, bro. He's nails.
God.
11 Ks, Pete. 11 Ks.
Yeah, no, he was absolutely filthy today. And for anybody sitting there, be like, "Who's against the Tigers?" Tigers got some hitters.
Tigers got the playoffs. What the fuck are they talking about?
They're a pesky team. They're a good team. No doubt about it. But Max Fried today, man, you could see why the Yankees was sitting there being like, "Nah, we got to bring this dude back." I did have a moment today, Kev.
Uh-oh.
I did have a moment today with the Yankees offense. And I think it's going to happen a lot this year. And Yankee fans are going to get mad at me for saying this. I know Soto's not having a great start with the Mets. I understand that.
Yeah, well, I know that was gonna happen.
But man, with the way Goldie's playing, imagine he had all 3 of those dudes in the lineup. I know we can't imagine that because he's gone.
I know.
Damn.
I mean, I said that the Yankees could have done Goldie and then still done the Devin Williams trade. But
Probably
people were
wouldn't
saying
have had Fried, but
yeah, they wouldn't have had Fried, and then maybe the Yankees don't pull the trigger because they don't have Fried, and then Cole. But they did the trade well before Cole was the. Even though I think the Yankees knew since December, I think that's
I
why
think so too.
they
I
called
feel
his
like they had
bluff.
a very good idea.
Yeah, I feel like that's why they called his bluff when he opted out. He's like, dude, you want to go out with these medicals? Go ahead. And so whatever it may be with the, but again, this is just 1 year because next year you had a bunch of money coming off the payroll. You still had Dylan Cease, Michael King, so the Yankees still could have got a starter next year. Yes, it would be rough to see what the star rotation will look like right now without Fried.
Might be really terrifying.
Yeah,
Carlos
exactly.
Rodon have to be the anchor of this rotation, man. Woo!
Yeah, and then you're
I
talking.
love Los, but as the leading man,
And
oof.
either or, if we had Devin, we okay, good. But if we kept Nestor, he's hurt.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So,
Nestor's hurt some. Not many real answers there.
But yeah, Pete, like, listen, I knew for a fact that this team was gonna be like everybody's been saying, it's more balanced. These guys have to play to the potential, but I mean, I don't think I didn't expect Goldie to get off to this start. Let's hope he
He's
keeps
awesome,
it up.
man.
All I need him is to
He
do
looks
what he did
awesome.
last year, but defensively too. The amount of errors he saved from
Yep.
Volpe, from other guys, throws.
Yep.
With that little ass glove, I'm so surprised he uses such a
He
small
doesn't get
glove.
that tiny ass glove.
Yeah, he
man.
uses a small
That's
glove.
crazy.
I've never.
It's like he
I've-
just catches the ball with his hand. Like
I know.
legitimately, it's not
so
it's
old
a very,
school,
very
dude.
small
It's like
glove.
Paul Bunyan out there, bro.
He really is. He really is. There's no doubt about that. He's been really good. The funny thing is there was a lot of that's why I love what we do, right? We sit there, we liked Carlos Santana a lot. That was the guy that we thought could have made the most sense for the Yankees. But when they brought in Goldie and we said it was a 1-year deal for $12 million, I was like, I can't really hate it. Like, I know there's many fans that it's like, oh, they got another old man and they're going to be bad and this and that. I'm like, look, man, you look at a lot of the stats that he showed last year, the second half, how good he was. Then you see what he's doing so far this year. It's everything that we talked about. Bullet line drives the right field. Bullet line drives the left field. He got the 1 home run, but like Kev said, the guy's hitting almost 400 so far this year. I mean, you look at his overall numbers again. I mean, a 942 OPS, slugging 511, 431 on base percentage, 383 batting average. Yes, it's early, so you don't want to necessarily overreact, but he's also only struck out 8 times out of a lineup of guys who are striking out like crazy.
And I mean, he was hitting 308 in spring training, so this is nothing new. He was
No,
hitting over
he got a chip on
300.
his shoulder too. People are saying he's done. He can't play no more.
Correct. We were asking again, and if he still regresses and he hits 270, 275, what he did last year with 25 bombs, who cares? That was
Of
way more
course.
than what we got from our first base, and that's our whole point. Everybody's, you know how many times I heard that Paul Goldschmidt's 38?
Yes, all the time. We heard it
Oh
all
my
off season.
God,
They just
bro.
got it. They got another grandfather. The Yankees are just an old and boring team.
He's
And
37, by the way, still.
man, I'll say this because a lot of people are talking shit on this team that they're eating up Jazz alive now. Jazz Chisholm's terrible, and yeah, Jazz is striking out at an alarming rate. There's no denying that.
He's chasing the fence.
21, yeah, 100%. 21 strikeouts in 50 ABs for Jazz. I know he wants that 30-30. You can see it. There's no doubt in my mind Jazz wants 30-30 this year. He's striking out a lot. He put up the post talking about who the hell wants to play in this type of weather. I don't blame him. I agree. Be honest with you. I love when players are themselves. That's kind of something right there that's just going to fuel fire for fans that don't like him as it is. It is what it is. I don't have a problem with it, but I get some fans. Ben Rice is a young man. People are forgetting that Ben Rice is a young guy in this club. He's been phenomenal. Jason Dominguez. What happened to the Jason Dominguez can't play left field? He can't catch a fly ball. Well, he's starting to catch fly balls, Kev. He's starting to go
Looks more
back
comfortable.
on balls a little better. He's starting to look a lot more comfortable on left. And look, the last thing that we do here at NYYU is make excuses. If we're coming out here saying it, it's because we believe it. I can't take this last series as something I'm looking at going, they lost 2 of 3. They didn't seem too interested in some of these games. They were swinging at first pitches. I can't look at those games and go, well, that's the team that we're going to get the rest of the year. I can't do that because I don't believe it.
Me
Doesn't mean
neither.
they're going to be some dominating offensive club. I'm not saying that. But I can't base the rest of the year, by the way, off of the beginning of April in freezing cold weather.
I mean, yeah. Listen, we don't like to make excuses here. You said it
Not
right.
at
Like
all.
that's
Not
something
at all.
that
If
we
we're
do
saying
not
it's because
do.
we believe that.
But it's like, I mean, we've played. Shit, I'm coaching kids right now. It's shitty ass weather to be playing right now. It just is. It's harder, I think, for pitchers too, for the grip of the ball and stuff like that. It's not easy. But again, things are going to change. Bellinger started off very, very good. He seems but again, he's going up and down. Let's shout out Oswaldo Cabrera, who's
Been good,
hitting
man.
308.
Yeah.
Not trying to do too much. Yeah, his slugging is not there, but who cares? We just need him to hit. He scored 2 of the 4 runs today. So as you get on for the top of the order, that's mainly what we're looking for him to do with providing decent defense out there. So even Peraza's hitting 286. So whenever he gets a chance, he's hitting. So I gotta shout that out. Volpe seems to be a guy where it's an extra base hit or not. I mean, and
Yeah.
who the fuck cares? I mean, if you're gonna hit 240 and it's gonna be a double or home run every 2 out of 3 hits, I mean, I think we all take that. I mean, it was slugging Volpe
Yeah.
again, whatever the case may be. He's walking a little bit more. I would love. He's hitting 206 with a 270 on base. Would love that to be higher. Jason is hitting 205 with a 295 on base. So if Jason hits,
And he was just hitting like almost 300. He just was terrible this
But
series.
let's just assume that Jason hits 240, 245. If he keeps his pace, he has a 350, 360 on base. That's good.
It's huge because he walks.
That's good.
He gets
Yes.
That's very good. That's very, very good for a fucking 22-year-old in the
Exactly.
major leagues when everybody just for whatever reason. I said today there needs to be a case study on this. I'm not joking. I said it today. I was like, I don't care. You guys, some of you who feel this way, you get mad at me if you want. There needs to be a case study on the hatred of Jason Dominguez in the Yankee fan base. I mean, it is
I don't know.
honestly
I've
one of the
never
most
seen it.
bizarre things I've ever seen in my life.
And if they're frustrated about his defense and you're talking shit about Jazz striking out, have you seen why Spencer Jones has not left Double-A? 40% strike rate, dude.
And he's much
That's-
older than Jason.
Exactly. So it's like, guys, relax. And you guys asked for the Yankees to get more athletic and younger. This is what it comes with it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but to
Hey,
me,
how many people wanted Ben Rice gone last year? I talked about that today. Look, including, I said it. I was like, I don't know about Ben. I don't know. Because of what he showed last year, he had won something. I understand why somebody, but that's why Again, get mad at me if you want. I'm not kissing the Yankees' ass here. That's why I always say, I hope the professionals are right and I'm wrong. I hope the Yankees saying we believe this kid could be a middle of the order bat. I hope they're correct. And right now he's looking like that.
He definitely does. He's another guy with great plate discipline.
Highest exit velos in the league. He's right up there with the top, 3, 4?
Exactly. And this is something that he's been doing since last year, but he put on some weight, some muscle, should I say, this year. And last year, again, first time in the bigs, had this platoon with DJ. Maybe that suffered a little bit, got in his own mind. But he looks a lot better this year. And when they ask him to play leadoff, he's there. And when they ask him to hit in the middle of the order, he's there.
Kev,
I love him in
leadoff,
leadoff.
by the way.
I like him a lot more than Austin Wells.
Oh, definitely. I like him leadoff because he really does have a good eye. And like people, look, he's gonna strike out. Okay, guys. Again,
fine. Who cares?
We're not back in the. I hate saying it, but baseball has changed.
Oh my God.
Guys aren't pulling Tony Gwynns and striking out 21 times a year anymore. I mean, strikeouts are a part of the game, whether you like that or not. I'm not a big fan of seeing the Yankees today strike out 13 times. I'm not a big fan of watching a game like that. I understand that, but players are going to strike out.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to strike out. That's all there is to it. LB, I'm going to call you out again because you're a moron. And I typically don't attack fans this way. This guy's been saying Dominguez needs to be traded for 2 years now. Listen to what this nitwit just said. Seriously. Jason is overrated. If Spencer had these numbers, you would be killing him right now. He's had him in AA.
He hasn't had
Not the majors. In double fucking A. What are you talking about? Spencer Jones, I'm not knocking him. You're comparing a kid that's 22, who's dominated every level, that is currently in the majors, to a dude who can't get out of double A.
It's LB is another echo chamber.
This is the case study. This is the case study. Get
LB, why do you
bring him on in? Case study this dude's brain. It's insanity.
Why do you think he's? I mean, let's find out. Why do you think that he's overrated? Again,
I
we're
got
not
one
the
more
ones.
thing to add to him.
Your mother was a dumb whore with a fat ass. Did you know that?
And one more thing to add to him also. Thank you, Robert Baratheon, for being here with us today.
Gods, what a stupid name.
There we go. Go ahead, Kev.
My thing is, with Jason, we're not the ones who said that he's the next Mickey Mantle. We've never said shit like that.
Thank you.
That is wild. People, I don't know. Those are people selling clicks online. Those beat writers or reporters. We've never said that. This kid has a very good potential of being an explosive switch hitter with pop, with speed, athletic and young, and being ready very early than many. Like Judge came up when he's 25, 26. These other guys are coming up now. Like Ben, how old is Ben? Is what, 20?
24?
24, 25. So again, he's much.
Waldo's 25.
He's younger. And that's why it's more of a, oh my God, this kid's so young with this plate discipline and hits the ball this way. So, and there's going to be growing pains because he's young. If we were okay with Volpe hitting 1 for fucking 40 last month, why are we giving this kid shit? Why can't he get the same lane as everybody else and let's have a full season before you even say he's overrated or you say he sucks or whatever the case may be? Let the kid play out because of Merle. Go look, okay, but Churio, first of all.
And on top of it, he just compared him to 2 of the best young players in Major League Baseball. Proves my point. You put Jason in the same regards of 2 of the best young players in all of baseball. And by the way, Jason was up. Who did he homer off of his first at bat, Kev? And until he had Tommy John surgery, he was looking very good. How many years ago was that now? 2 years?
I think it was
23?
Was he 20 or was he
20 years old. He was 20 years old.
By the way, go look at how he was hitting when he first came up. So, I mean, yeah, Churio, his first year at 21, he hit 292 and he hit 24 bombs. But I'm going to tell you this. If the Yankees maybe would have called, I mean, we don't know if when the Yankees called them up, if the Yankees would have called them up earlier that year, if Jason would have hit 280, 275 with 20 knocks as well.
But here's the thing, Kev. He's comparing him to the best of the elite young players in the game. How about you let Jason Dominguez become who Jason Dominguez is going to be? He doesn't have to be a Churio. He doesn't have to be one of the elite Jackson Merrills of the game. Could he become that? Potentially. But he does not have to be that. This is where Yankee fans are wrong, is that LB is sitting there going, but if Spencer Jones was doing this, which is the most idiotic argument of all time, because Spencer Jones can't get out of AA, then you go ahead and you say, let me be smart. I'm going to compare Dominguez to arguably two of the best young hitters in Major League Baseball and say, well, that's your standard. No, it's not a standard. Those are the elites. That's the 1%, the best of the best. Dominguez doesn't have to be that. Could he be? Potentially. He doesn't have to be. That's not the way you compare to win an argument.
But also what I'll tell LB is where was Jackson's hype?
LB, lazy bitch.
Where was Jackson's hype? Churio had hype. But Jackson had no hype. There's gonna be guys that come out of nowhere, out of left field, and are playing amazing as prospects because they weren't highly touted.
Robbie Cano came out of nowhere. He was never a top 100 prospect.
Exactly. Franchises are gonna end up having that, and that's law of averages. The more guys you call up, one of those guys are gonna end up being that all-star phenom that you expect. Not everybody that's a fucking look at Jackson. Where's your criticism of Jackson Holiday? Number one prospect in baseball.
Doesn't exist.
Why is nobody talking about that? Well, everybody's talking about Jason's fly balls, but nobody's talking about the Orioles, who have the best farm system in baseball. And where's Jackson Holiday? Again, you got everybody doesn't click at the same time.
But LB, Kevin just said that. That has nothing to do with the player.
That's not us either.
If the Yankees were selling him that he's the next Mickey Mantle, that has nothing to do with the player. Dominguez didn't come out and say that. Jason, all he's done is dominate every single level he bought. What do you want from the dude?
Well, you seen LB here talk about, has he talked about Volpe?
LB's been saying trade Dominguez before Dominguez even had a chance.
So for 2 years, you've been talking about trade Dominguez, but you haven't talked about Volpe's bat hitting at 600 OPS in the major leagues.
And we're not below average. And are we on here every day ripping up?
I said let's give Volpe year 3. I think we've all said that. The year 3, this is the year 4. There you go. If you want to give him 4 years, that's you.
I said give him year 4, and everybody's like, I don't know. And I'm like, you know what? I get where people are saying year 3 should be enough. But I said flat out, I believe you give him the 4th year because who you're replacing him with immediately? You're going to probably have to be forced to give him another year.
Volpe's extremely overrated as well. Is this guy a Yankee fan? He is. I don't know if he's overrated. I mean, the Yankees overrated him, but we saw him for what he was. Yankees farm, all of us, we see like we like to now he's not that. Oh, like this whole thing, like again, but I don't know if you pay attention or not, because we've never been like, oh my God, Volpe. We were sold on Volpe's bat, and that has been the least of all his tools in the major leagues.
Yeah, that's right. And we openly admit that and say that. But look, I don't think the one thing I think everybody knows about NYYU at this point is if Jason Dominguez has a year when he's hitting, we look up and June or July comes around and he's hitting 205 or 210. We're all going to sit here and go, well, that's disappointing. That's not what we expected. That's not what we thought Dominguez would be. But every year when there's a big prospect, what do I tell everybody? And many of you were in here when Anthony Volpe was about to make his debut. And what did I tell everybody? Calm down with the 300 batting average. Lower your expectations. I said the same thing about Jason Dominguez. Lower your expectations. Don't believe in this. These guys are just going to be all-stars out the gate. Now, to be fair, I've said I think Jason Dominguez is going to be the rookie of the year this year. I stand by that. I think this is going to be a really good player. I think he's going to be a really, really good player. That's simple. That's my opinion. I think he has every tool to be a good. Have we seen how fast this dude is? There was the double that was in the gap. Dominguez is chilling on first base. By the time the ball's to the cutoff, man, he was already home. I mean, I don't know why anybody would be down on this dude right now. Let him play ball. And on top of that, you want something else that I think is pretty impressive of Jason Dominguez? He's also handled adversity very, very well at his age. This is a dude who's leaving games in the 7th inning. And still, before this series, he was hitting almost 300. And then the freezing cold hit and all the Yankees offense absolutely went to dog shit. But I think sometimes we go a little too much at some of these players. Because at the end of the day, if somebody would come and go, how's Dominguez do? Well, obviously I like to see his batting average up a little better, but there's a lot of positives I see to have a good year. There's a lot of positives there. I saw his first homer in person. It was an absolute bullet off of Corbin Burns. I don't know what people expect in the first 12 games.
He took Jackson Jobe deep, another highly touted prospect in spring training. So I mean, again, and Jason's gonna be his plate discipline. Again, if Jackson Merrill's hitting, I think I had to hear
Jackson Merrill's an awesome
player.
player.
Hold on, he's awesome. But listen, he's hitting right now. He's hitting 378 with a 415 on base. Last year he hit 292 with a 326 on base. He's not a walker. Jason is a play disciplined guy. There's going to be nights where Jason's going to go 0 for 1 with 3 walks, 2 walks because he doesn't swing at bad pitches. And that's who he is, and we should be okay with that. Some guys are better hitters when it comes to bad ball hitting or balls outside the zone, guys like that. Some guys like that shit. I mean, Jason's not like that. He's a different caliber type of player. So who cares? And that's who we have.
Yep.
So this whole notion on hating on a player, trade him for what? You know what I'm gonna laugh at? People were telling me let's trade him for fucking Reynolds. Reynolds is the worst left field in fucking baseball.
He's really bad, right? I mean,
he's
really
horrendous.
Really bad right now.
He's a horrendous left fielder.
And the bat hasn't improved.
And you guys are talking to me about Jason's defense, but you wanted Reynolds. You guys make no sense.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's so.
And the Yankees also have made their front office, to their credit, they have made the effort to start playing these younger players. And here's the other thing, before I get to crack on that super chat right here. Here's the other thing, and not even just about Jason Dominguez, right? There's always been the knock that the Yankees, 1, can't develop, 2, they refuse to play their young players. And we have made that argument. If you're not going to play these guys, then trade them. But it comes to some point, you are going to have to rely on the young players on your club. Well, Louis Heel, Clark Schmidt, Austin Wells, Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez, Peraza, Cabrera. Not saying that, a guy like Peraza, well, what a job he's done. No, but he's in the system. He's in the system. All these younger players that we're talking about now are in the system. Yoendrys Gomez looks really good right now. Clark, Schmidt, of course. So they are getting players in their system to come up and actually be able to stick on a major league club. Would we want all these top guys to be, all-stars? Of course we would. Do we want them all to be Jackson Merrills? Of course we would. But that ain't the reality of Major League Baseball. And the other thing, Kev, the Yankees are never drafting really high. They're always winning. They always got a good record. So they're getting these guys on board while doing that. At some point, you do have to say it is a little bit impressive. Correct. It is a little bit impressive, to be fair to the Yankees, that they are developing some players.
And it's like, for example, you have to try and give the IFAs a chance because that's where it doesn't matter. It's about how much you're giving the IFA at the moment, which is international free agent, and who you're signing. So that's where it's as fair as it can be, because you may edge out somebody because you have more money, whatever the case may be. So when it comes to the draft, the Yankees are always drafting 25 to 30 because of where they end up in the year.
That's right.
So I mean, again, Boston is when Boston fans tell me like, "Oh, who do you guys have in the pipeline?" You sucked for fucking 7 years.
Boston always resets.
You won the fucking.
Always do that shit.
When was it? 2018. They won the World Series, and they fucking sucked for 5-6 years.
And now they might be back.
Exactly. So I mean, do I want to fucking go through the last 3, 4, 5 years that they went through? I don't think so. I'd rather compete every year, and we'll deal with that and get prospects via trade. Try to hit with our IFA guys. It is what it is, bro. Because, I mean, again, people love to make that argument, but it's like they don't see the other side of the coin. Also, where did Michael King come from? Wasn't he part of the Yankees farm?
He was.
Aaron Judge, Luis
Aaron
Hill.
Judge, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even mention Judge. I didn't mention the greatest player in the game right now came out the Yankees
I'm
garbage
sorry,
ass
but
farm system.
people can hate on Gleyber Torres, but he was a serviceable piece. That's what you
Kev,
expect.
he was an all-star for a year or two, and he was a
Correct.
regular in the majors. And he just signed a deal to still be a regular in the majors.
Clark Schmidt.
So, Clark, Will Warren right now. Who
Ian
knows
Hamilton?
what he's going to be overall? I mean, so
There are guys there, but people don't want to see that.
yeah.
So again, like people can make the argument, people can argue whatever they want. At the end of the day, facts don't care about your feelings. They're
right.
there. Shout out to Rich, Empire Sport.
What's up, brother?
Empire State of Baseball.
Okay, little state of baseball action. All right.
Yankees
Crackle
Farm
Nuts.
says.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I just want to get Crackle Nuts right. They just said, where were all these Martian haters when he hit the homer off Verlander? Some guys take time to be great. Garrett Cole took 5 to 6 years to be elite. Yeah. Hey, you want me to share something? Kev, you know this. You were around. We weren't talking then, but we didn't know each other really well then. But I remember when the Yankees got Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole sucked. Remember? Do you remember those? Because I remember it. I was live during. I broke the news of Garrett Cole to the Yankees. I put that news out there. And I remember people saying he's a number 4 starter. You don't need another one. He's terrible. Guys take time to be great. Yeah. And this is when Garrett Cole, when they were going to trade for him originally, is what I meant. He went to Houston. He was a horrible pitcher. Garrett Cole was the worst. You're just getting another 4 starter. He's terrible. Then he went to Houston, and he became the guy he is today. Shit takes time, man. Not everybody jumps into this league and is phenomenal. It just doesn't happen like that.
And again, you see how much more athletic the team is right now.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but Rizzo doesn't have a job,
Mm-hmm.
and Verdugo almost didn't have a job either. And
Yep.
those were 2 of the 9 starting guys for the New York Yankees in the World Series. We were
Yep.
telling you they were bad then, and they're bad now.
Yep.
So it's like, I'm sorry. Facts don't care about your feelings. I'm going to keep saying that. So again, let's give Jason some time. This is what we have. We're maxed out till next year with the
Yep.
payroll. That's what we're going to ride with this year. Let's hope that at the trade deadline, we can get what we need. But if you're a Yankee fan, you should be rooting on these guys to hit. I hear so much. I was told this, that, and this. Well, I was told that Ben Rice sucks. I was told last year that Ben Rice sucks. I don't know what you see in Ben Rice.
Yep.
I don't know. Those people are not tagging me now. They're not. So, I mean, and again, I was told that other teams have a better future. And the other teams that the person or people went to, their prospects are not looking great right now.
Yeah.
One guy, well, I'm hearing that some person should take the truck back. That's what I'm hearing. So it's like it fluctuates, guys. Things go up and down. Like guys don't. It just you never know.
Up and down like a roller coaster.
A guy might look great this year and not look so hot the next. It happens too.
Facts.
We saw it with Gary Sanchez. We saw it with Gary.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, let's just take it down a notch. Root for your fucking team. They're wearing pinstripes and shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Damn. I didn't do all that. I was nice.
How do you care? How do you
Guys,
feel
remember
about
I was nice to you.
How do you feel about the bullpen?
I'm cool with the bullpen. Look, I know there's a lot of people that are still very, very concerned about the bullpen and all that. I'm not, man. Look, Hamilton coming back is big. He looked good. He looked good in the whole, I know, the 1 inning of work. I get it. In the cold weather, he didn't look bad at all. Weaver looks good. Yeah, look, Devin Williams. They did put out that his worst month is typically March, April. He came out and said he doesn't feel great right now. He said not physically. He just doesn't feel like his stuff is where it needs to be, which I think is pretty obvious. Devin Williams is a known swing and miss guy. Today, he did a little better job on that by utilizing the fastball and those 2 at-bats in between all the mess when he got, I believe it was back-to-back strikeouts, if I remember well, but he was rearing back, hitting 94 in the fastball, mixing the change in, not relying heavy change-up, throwing a fastball every now and then. He's always been a more fastball than change-up guy, which obviously you got to establish the fastball to make that change-up be even more effective, but he just hasn't got a lot of swing and misses. And that's not really the way of Devin Williams. So I toss it up 2 early season jitters. And look, I said it on post game. Does it mean he's going to be the 1.96 ERA guy he is for his career? Not necessarily. Milwaukee and New York are 2 totally different animals. I'm not here to say Devin Williams is going to be bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, as much as I can say the back of his baseball card is a 1.96 ERA, I can also say that New York is a different dog altogether. And you never know how somebody's going to react to pitching in pinstripes. So the jury is still out on Devin Williams. But I think Devin has done more than enough in his career to say, I don't think you really need to worry about me yet. I think that's fair.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right now because I'm looking at the numbers.
Okay, the numbers 200 plus in here, guys. Hit that likey.
Andres Gomez, 6 innings, under 1 whip, no earned runs.
Yogo.
Brent Hendrick,
They
0
better call his ass
ERA,
back up.
5 innings, 5 1/3, under 1 whip, 0.56 by the way.
9 Ks and 5
9
1/3 innings.
9 yeah. Luke Weaver, another 5 1/3, under 1 whip, 0 earned runs, and then you got Ian Hamilton doesn't count, but Adam Ottavino pitched an inning and 2/3. Well, I'm not gonna count Adam Ottavino, but so you got
Leiter did his job today. I don't like him, but Leiter did his job today. Finish it off. Can't stomach him, to be honest, but
I don't like him. So you got those 2 guys, and then I had one guy, but I missed him here. By the way,
Fernando Cruz.
I didn't think Yarborough was going to be the cleanup guy, but that's kind of what he's
That
at.
is kind of surprising, to be
That's
honest.
kind of where he's at.
That is kind
But
of surprising.
Fernando, besides his first outing, has a great sense, and he has under 1 whip as well. So you don't want your guys to be walking guys. You don't want your relievers to be walking guys in high leverage situations, and that's what the Yankees have been able to control, and that's what's Devin Williams' issue right now.
Yeah.
But I heard from Milwaukee that he does end up walking a couple of guys, does that a lot, but he ends up getting out of it. So let's just see, man. At the end of the day, there's guys that are like that. Blake Snell's a guy who walks and gets out of it, and that may be the issue that Rodon is coming up to, because Rodon
It's
has
also a 1-year commitment too with Devin Williams that people got to remember. So if it unfortunately, God forbid, and I hope this is not the case, but if it didn't work, the Yankees can simply just say,
bye.
all right, cool, yeah, we'll move on.
Yep, moving on up. So I mean, listen. At the end of the day, the bullpen, they got some guys in there they can go to. They're still figuring out who's gonna be who's what role. Yes, I know that they feel like Mark Leiter is gonna be one of those guys, but besides that, if Fernando Cruz, who else is there's somebody else that's about to be back from the bullpen.
Who not
Johnny Lowe is
back
May.
to May.
Is Efros done?
Efros had a setback.
Oh my!
So I don't know how long. That guy's never gonna pitch. I mean, that's gonna be tossed up. Seems like it's gonna be a lost deal at this point with that guy. The other one is Matzik. Matzik apparently is gonna start throwing bullpens pretty soon. So
okay, but yeah. So I mean, listen, the bullpen, the Yankees right now are figuring out who's gonna have what role. If they can keep the bullpen this way though, where you have guys like Luke Weaver,
Cousins also,
Fernando Cruz, Yogo that put up zeros like that.
Yep.
Yankees are gonna be in a good spot. At the end of the day, there's some guys, and we haven't even talked about like Tim Hill, and Devin Williams, who we expect to be. Now you're talking about 5 guys that are lights out if Devin Williams and Tim Hill get on there. No, I'm not concerned about Devin. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not concerned about the bullpen in general. I'm just not. The Yankees seem to, and even if their bullpen struggles early, they always seem to. That's the one thing you can't really knock on them, is they do seem to find a bullpen that works eventually. And with the amount of arms they have coming back, I don't think that's going to be a major issue for them. Jay Boogie with a super chat says, "Sup, Pete, Kev? Been a minute. People need to chill on JD. The kid is 22, playing a new position, and he missed almost 2 seasons. He says he missed the U. We missed you too, brother. Thank you for being back. Cracker Nuts also adds in, people act like other teams produce every position as all-stars. I remember Will Myers was the next big thing, and he was an okay player. Dominguez needs 4 years. Well, look, Dominguez, I always say it just like this, man. And I don't want to, I don't want to stick on Dominguez situation here the whole time because I don't want to make it a bigger deal than it is. I think the logical fan would sit there and go, it's been 12 games and the last 3 he's been bad, or the 2 games in the series he's played and hasn't been good for him. But other than that, he was hitting 250, 260, 280, 290. So he's done a decent job, and the outfield defense hasn't been alarming during the regular season. But Anthony Volpe, as Kev said, he's going into year 3 right now. I'm not sitting here saying Anthony Volpe needs to get out of here. They got to dump him somewhere. You know, when you commit to younger players, and this is, again, I don't want to keep going back also to Soto, but this is one of the reasons why, if you guys remember all last year, what did I say about Soto? If they re-sign him, you got Judge and Soto in that lineup for years to come, which allows you to stick to your youth. That could have been Ben Rice. That could have been Volpe. That could have been Wells. That could have been Dominguez, to be cheap guys that could be productive.
Yep.
They didn't do that. So now it is a little concerning. And that's why a lot of people are panicking, Kev. I'm telling you it is. Because they don't have confidence in the Yankees lineup. And I don't blame them. Because the names in there don't show confidence. The Yankees got to prove it to the fans. They got to prove that this offense could really be legit and consistent. If they do that, nobody's going to worry about this stuff. They're going to sit there and go, if Jason is 246 his first year, I'm okay with it.
Do you think Jason can hit 20 home runs?
Yes.
Hit 250.
Yes.
With a 300 on base.
Yes.
Have a 730 OPS plus. OPS. And I'm trying to
He has that potential.
So 30 stolen bases.
He has that potential. He has that potential.
You know whose numbers I just read to you?
Who's that?
Bobby Witt. Guess what age he was?
22.
22. Can we give this? I'm not saying that he's Bobby Witt, and this is what people say. This is what I hate about people. No, what I'm telling you is, yeah, exactly. What I'm telling you is, you never know what a guy's gonna turn out. You gotta give him a couple of years, like you do a couple of beers.
Hey.
Okay. See how I did that segue? Couple of beers. You never miss a
And then
dose.
you do this that night.
Bessie. Thank the gods for Bessie and her tits.
So let's chill. Let's relax. The Yankees, listen, I'm not that concerned. The rotation looks like ass. I'm not gonna
The
lie.
rotation's bad. Like, yeah,
Holy
the rotation's
shit.
bad.
The
Nobody's
rotation
gonna
looks
front
like
on
ass.
that. The rotation is ass.
Shit.
It's ass. It really is.
That's one thing people can talk about. The rotation looks tough. I mean, but I think I like where Los is a little bit. I just think his walks are hurting him. You can't.
He got
walk
9 walks. He got
the
too many.
8th and 9th hitter and give up a shot to the. You can give up your shot, like, bro.
I agree.
Pound the zone, dude. Stop nibbling. Pound the zone. Stop
I
walking,
agree.
guys.
And the strikeouts are there for him.
Yeah, he is there, and they're hitting 186 against Los. So the batting average is low. So just attack the zone, dude.
I said it the other day. Kurt Schilling has a great line. He said, you could hit solo home runs off me all day, and it's usually not going to win the game. The 3-run homers are the ones you have to avoid.
Correct.
And that is something with Carlos Rodon. And look, the crazy thing is, and I know people, oh, Pete, you stick up for this guy. It's not about sticking up for him. I
We
can
need him to be
see
good.
it. It's fucking obvious. The
He
dude
has
went
it.
down and golfed a good slider that was at his ankle. And I thought it was a double down the line. The ball just kept going. And I'm
The
like,
balls
man,
are
that
juice,
fucking
Pete.
sucks. Because he looked phenomenal.
Pete, the
He looked
balls
really
are juiced
good.
this year.
He looked
The ball-
really good.
The balls are juiced.
Oh, my balls are juiced. Oh, my God. Pete's balls are juiced.
I'm gonna come.
200 plus in here. Smack that like, hit that sub. Yo, where we at with the subs? I can't see.
Hey, yo.
We have 45,000 already?
Who?
43,500?
No, we're at 43,340.
340. All right,
We just hit 43,000. Like two or 3 days ago.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, like we need to take it easy. Yankee, and if you're on Yankee Twitter, my fucking God, bro.
Oh.
Just wake up in the morning. Look at Yankee Twitter. It's the best.
It's the best. You didn't get those sounds yet from Nacho Libre?
Oh shit, yes, that's what
You
I
gotta get. That's the one you were talking about. It's the best.
Oh man, I can't wait, bro. When me and Pete do a couple games.
Why don't you win the game? Because you're too fat. But I want to win, Steven.
By the way, can you play me Booney's walkout song?
Yeah.
Together, with friends. It's what I like to do. Being together
With friends. Together the whole day through.
I can't wait till you meet Booney.
I love Boone, man.
I
love Boone,
love
man.
Boone too, bro.
I love Booney. People think I hate him.
No,
That's
yeah,
the wildest thing in the world. People really think I hate Aaron Boone. He pisses me the fuck off. And I would tell him, Kev knows, I would say, I said, Boone, you fucking drive me bananas, but I want to see your dumb face win. I want to see you hold that trophy up and go, eat this, Pete. So friggin' bad, nobody knows how bad I want to see that son of a bitch win. They were so close to doing it, and I would say, oh my God, I can't believe they did it. Like, thank God, good. I'm a Yankee fan, die hard, day in and day out, man. I don't want to see Aaron Boone fail. I don't want. I
Absolutely
never
not.
want. Not
People
even
think-
Brian. Brian Cashman drives me mad. I don't want to
There's
see Brian
there's
Cashman
sick
fail.
fans out there that rather be right than the team do good.
Never.
That's not what we do here.
Brother, I'm not a professional. They're the professionals, man.
Correct.
I'd hope they're right. I hope they're right more than me. I want them to be right more than me. Would it
People
make
co-
sense if they aren't?
People come to these outlets because it's like it's more of we give a voice to those with the voicemails. We say it how we call it how we see it. We're sick of the bullshit. You can't bullshit a bullshitter. You can't bullshit a New York Yankee fan. We watch too much baseball, and we expect and we expect and we get charged premium pricing. So that's what people piss me off. Where they're like, "Well, the Yankee fans are the worst." I'm sorry. Have you been to a game in Yankee Stadium? Have you paid for tickets, parking, and all the shit that you charge? So no. So don't argue when a fan goes out there and they get mad because the Yankees are playing like shit. I mean, at the end of the day, it's entertainment as well, and you got to perform. So sometimes it doesn't happen. But
And even too, like, we're calling the game live. My reaction is the reaction of a fan. So if I'm like, oh, fuck this guy, you know the reason why. That's a reaction in the moment. And a lot of times people just see, the Richie Martinez,
I would
that's
love
right.
to see just Michael K call a game without fucking with no filter.
Can you imagine it? This? I can't do a good Michael K impression, so it wouldn't be good. See ya! That motherfucker went deep. I don't think K would probably consider that.
I don't
Funny.
think K has a potty mouth. He doesn't come off
I
as
don't
that
see
guy.
that. I don't know.
Paul
Yeah,
though, Paul O'Neill.
Oh, Paul O'Neill, forget about it. I would love to hear Paulie unscripted. Paulie just going off would be unbelievable to listen to. He'd be amazing to listen to.
I think David Cohn also.
Hell
You just
yeah.
don't see it because David Cohn had
Cohn's
to
filthy.
Cohn had
Cohn's
to fucking
filthy.
control David Wells, so I know Cohn's about that life.
David Cohn drives to the stadium blasting this.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Tell me he doesn't. Tell me he doesn't.
Why?
What? You know he does.
Wine. Wine.
Oh man.
You know he does. You know he does, man. Look, they're in first place, man. All the shit that
They
anybody
are?
wants to talk about. Yankees are 7-5 to begin the year. That's without the man over there in Queens. They started
And
7-5. What do you
without
want?
their ace.
Without Cole, without the rookie of
Where
the
were
year.
we last year? The first
All
12
the
games.
awards.
Where were we last year? The first 12
I don't
games.
even know how to look that up, to be honest.
I can look it up real quick. Hold on.
People think I'm good with
Yeah,
this shit. I'm not. I don't know how to
yo,
fucking
people.
find
I don't
that.
know how to look that shit
Seven
up.
hells. Go run back to Winterfell.
Go run back to Winterfell. I'll have your head
Head
on
on
a
a
spike.
spike.
Those were the days.
Fucking love Robert Baratheon. Guys, Roberto
Yeah, call
Baratheon
him- you wanna
videos are
call
coming.
Roberto. Yeah, Roberto Baratheon. Who is that wine guy? Macho. That's Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones season 1, the king. My
Macho
favorite character, man.
Macho doesn't watch
I
Little
don't know.
Game
I
of
guess
Thrones.
not. He didn't know who that was. I thought Macho would know that. Can't get enough Robert Baratheon. Brother, Scotto, I'm there with you, fam. He's the best. He's the best. He is the best. So what, 12 games this year. They're 7-5. We're going to see what they were last year.
1 second.
Yeah, Richie Martinez says, it's funny our new 22 is playing better than the 22 in Queens right now. He is. Macho's still watching The Sopranos.
Shit, we were 10-2.
I was watching Vito clips the other day, cracking
Oh,
up
hell
laughing
no.
with the Johnny cakes.
Oh hell no.
Johnny Cakes.
We were 10-2, Pete.
Oh, that's right, because we
We were
swept
10-2.
Houston in the beginning of the year. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. We were 10-2, but then after that, like the next
No, but they had their horrible moments.
yeah,
where they
that's
looked
what I'm
like they were
saying. The
going
next
nowhere.
5 games, they lost 4 out of 5. So it's like
All right, so what was that point? Where were they at that point?
so 10-2, 10-3, 12-3, and then 12-5.
12-5.
So let's see in
probably not gonna
17
be
games.
12-5.
No, they would have to win the next.
5 in a row.
Yeah, but listen, I mean, again, like you
What did they
had
win? 96 games last year.
last year, yeah,
So think about that too. They started
94 games, 94.
10-2, right? And they only won. And they won. And I know it sounds crazy. Only they won 94 games. They went through a really bad stretch last year, if you remember. And
Absolutely.
every Boone team does it. So hopefully we get a little more consistency. And look, as Scotto just said, I'll sign up for 90 wins right now. You're not far, brother. You're not far off.
No, I think that's where we're all thinking 90, 91.
I think I had 91 at Knights of the Round Table.
If we get 93, 94, I'd be shocked.
Flabbergasted is the word I'm going to use. Flabbergasted is what I would honestly be. Because, again, look, I don't want the Yankees to make the excuse. I don't want to make the excuses. I'm not even going to, you know what? I'm going to skip past who's out. We all know who's out. What I'll say about it is I do say one damn thing. And this is when I'm going to be, this year's 24-hour stream is going to be nuts, Kev.
It is.
It's
Are we gonna be somewhere in the middle of nowhere again?
No, I don't think we should do that. I think that's a bad idea. I think that's a real bad idea this time. I want to be able to get food to us quick. I don't want to be hallucinating and seeing things outside and all that shit. I don't want to do all that this year.
That pizza was ass too because it came
pizza
cold.
was absolute ass. It was frozen. I took a bit of one of the, I forgot the meat lovers or something. The fucking sausage was like a rock. It was like a pebble. It was the good old sausage.
It was nasty.
But we don't know. Look, this year's deadline is going to be important. The Yankees can't sit out this deadline.
No.
If the Yankees ever came out and were like, well, we got no loot. We got no money. We don't have this shit at all. I'm going to sit there and be like, you know what? Then wrap the fucking season up. Wrap the season up and just end it. Quit. Quit. Come out and say we quit. At that point. Come out. You fuck. Just give it up. Give it up. You can't do that as the Yankees, especially not this year after losing.
Hell no.
Who. And then what if a guy like Ben Rice is legit and he keeps doing this? And you got somebody that's available and you can make a move and you're going to add the monies with tight. You got to be able to pull the trigger at this deadline.
You mean trade Ben Rice?
No, I'm not saying about trading Ben Rice. I'm just simply saying if somebody breaks out like a Ben Rice and he's stepping up big, and then you got Judge doing Judge, you got Goldie maybe still having a good year.
I think the
and
question is
looks
third
pretty
base.
good.
I think third base is where they're gonna have to like legit solidify that.
I didn't like Waldo's defense today.
Listen, I love Waldo. Great energy. I really do.
Right over his glove.
And it's not that Waldo is
not easy plays.
I just think that he is not, and I hate saying this shit like that, but I don't think he's an everyday player. But being a role player, a utility guy who's able to play and give guys off 2, 3, 4 times a week is also valuable, and that's where I think he comes in. I think what is wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with being a role player or utility guy, Ben Zobrist, that type of player that comes in and plays in every other day and third and second, left field, whatever the case may be. I mean, but right now, I mean, he is doing, I think, what he needs to. But yes, the defense could be a little bit better. I agree.
Yep. And that to me is the part to look forward to. It's funny because I said the same thing last year. I said that I feel like the deadline is going to make the difference between the Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. This year, I said it could be Yankees Red Sox, and I can't wait for those matchups because I know they're going to be heated. I know for a fact they're going to be heated matchups this year. And for me, I do think it almost does come to that time of the deadline again. I don't know who the names are out there, Kev. I don't know who's going to be available. I don't know if, look, everybody's talking about Sandy, right? Sandy's going to be the big name that's going to be moved. And you got the Mets out there. You got Boston. You got many of these teams that feel they can add him. I don't know if the Yankees are in that realm of adding somebody like him. But if the Yankees are out there and look, Carlos Rodon, I don't believe Carlos Rodon's going to have a bad year. I don't think Max Fried's going to have a bad year. maybe Will Warren is better than we expect, and he's pretty decent. If the Yankees can then go out there and, Heel could be potentially back by then, Clark Schmidt could be back by then. If the Yankees can then just focus on what they really need and swing together a good trade deadline, which they haven't done in a while, they could be a better team than we think. So what you're thinking now, the team in April is going to look different typically on a regular season of what it looks like in September or August. That's all I'm saying. Like, we're here because we're Yankee fans, and Yankee fans are indeed very critical of the club. They're 7-5. They don't have 2 wins on the year. They're 7-5.
Mm-hmm.
From all the bullshit, all these strikeouts, all these ugly ass performances that we just witnessed, they're in first place in the East after 12 games.
Exactly.
So through a couple of a high and now a ugly low, and it's gonna get lower. It's gonna get lower, folks. That's the other thing that we've learned from a long season of 161. It's gonna get lower than this. Last year they went to the chip. When they had that middle stretch when they sucked, did anybody think the Yankees were going to the World Series?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that shit. I was frustrated.
in the moment, you're sitting there going, man, they're gonna fucking lose with Soto. Like, this is the
know.
1 year we could try to win. They still went to the World Series. Is all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't hold them accountable.
Also, there was like that what is it? The Corbin Burns game was fucking like BS. Like, we should have had that game too.
The Yankees should be 9-3.
Yeah.
If you want to be fair, they should be 9-3.
Yep.
No doubt.
Yep. Exactly. And then again, I'm not gonna say I'm not making excuses for Boone, but I know he's figuring out his bullpen, figuring who his guys are. So, and Devin was on paternity leave when that Corbin Burns game and stuff like that. But that's what the beginning of the season is. They're figuring it out. So I mean, I'm not gonna have my head on that. Like,
yeah, Boone blew the one game. I mean,
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of feels that way. But he's gonna fucking blow games. Have we not noticed this yet? You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. Games like that, or you're gonna lose. It's a part of the game. You just want to see the level of consistency. Couple of good super chats here. There's a good one from Jay Boogie. He says, "Who do you draw the line at for a trade for Sandy?"
oof. I don't know if I draw the line, bro.
Yeah, it's tough for me, man. How does he look to begin the year? I know in spring he was throwing 99.
I'll tell you right now.
I haven't looked at his numbers at all. But yeah,
Sandy.
I think I'm there with you. I don't think I do have a line drawn on a guy like Sandy because he's that good. It's kind of hard.
Sandy, he pitched 2 games. He has a 3.72 ERA.
Okay.
He's
1-0. 2/3 innings, 11 Ks. I'm looking at it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 2 games started. You can't look too far. And I said it today. Even when the Yes Network put up ERAs, I'm like, bro, give them 5 starts each at least before you start talking about all these ERAs and all that. But Sandy, if he did come here and Ben Rice stayed, he's gonna have to take Ben Rice's 22, unfortunately, because he is 22. So I think he'd probably end up wanting to keep that number. But I don't know if I draw the line on anybody. I think I'm open to dialogue with what it would take.
Maybe George Lombard, because it's like, I know, I think he has 3 years of control, but it is an extension, so he is making 17 and 21 in the next 2 years, and honestly, you might be looking at a lockout. That's the 2027. It's a partial year, so it's like, and he's making 17 this year. So I mean, maybe George Lombard and maybe Jason. I don't know, but I mean, it's not like I wouldn't. Like, it depends, but again, it depends what Miami wants as well.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Kev. My biggest concern when it comes to that is I just feel like there's so many other teams that have more to offer than the Yankees do.
Yeah.
That would be very much involved in getting him. Where if you're the Marlins, honestly, and look, everybody, look, I'm a Yankee fan. I'm not a biased Yankee fan. I'm going to be honest about it. If I were the Marlins, the Yankees aren't the first team I'm looking at. Because it's also not like you're pushing over a giant contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I need to find a couple of teams that can handle that, and then I could figure it out. at that point, like you said, he has a good contract for the remainder of it. You can get whatever the hell you want. I mean, I'm looking for top 100 prospects. If I'm Miami, I'm not giving this guy away for nothing. I don't have to.
And that's George or Jason right now.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, if the Yankees sit there and go, nah, we'll do one of them. Be like, okay, no, it's all right. I got better
But
options.
I don't know if the
You know?
Yankees like the thing. What you got to remember is the Yankees have 80 coming off the books next year, and then you got the likes of Cease, Michael King. You got a nice crop of starting pitchers next year. I don't think the Yankees will trade assets for Sandy unless it's like maybe a good deal for both sides, where it's maybe they weren't asking what the Yankees were thinking about, but I doubt it. So I don't think Sandy would be the thing. I mean, again, the Yankees need to
unless they like lost everybody, and like Heel is not gonna come back, and Clark's hurt, and then it's like, oh shit, what kind of fuck? We got to do something.
Yeah, or
Maybe
like,
then.
Yeah, so that I can see. But again, it depends what the Marlins are looking for. If anybody else is shopping, if not everybody's shopping for him right now, I think I honestly I don't see the Boston Red Sox doing that. And the Orioles, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Honestly, nobody does. So I mean,
Yeah.
those are the two biggest.
Baltimore's fumbled. Baltimore certainly fumbled the ball, man. I mean, that's a team right there that they were riding so hot entering this year, even losing in the postseason, whatever. But they were coming into this year so hot. The fact of the matter is that basically they added Tyler O'Neill, and that was like really their offseason.
Just think about if they would have kept Corbin Burns and they would have traded for Crochet. We'd be much more scared of the Baltimore Orioles team than the Boston Red Sox.
I mean, they very well could have. So I don't know, man. That to me it's a fumble. It's a fumble on the new ownership, and I gave them a lot of credit because they were talking so big of what they're gonna do when they come in, and to be honest, it's been more of the same. And I know Jai Shields, a huge Orioles fan. He can't stomach it right now.
This is why I say when people say Hal should sell the team, be careful what you wish for.
It's true. You're right.
Not every owner is willing to go to $320 million a year. A lot of the guys say they will once they get and they see how much profit they're making without doing much.
Yep.
That's where the peligro happens.
Yep, that's right. Which means danger. I speak Spanish. Chris Silva says, Platano P. Got my ticket for the event to play. Let's go, Chris Silva. We're gonna see you on the field, brother. We're gonna see you on the field, guys. Again, if you
Chris
do
Silva.
not know.
Oh yeah, post the link. Dale.
If you do not know about that, folks, May 10th. Oh, we're doing an amazing charity. The first one we're doing, which is going to be a yearly thing. I'm super excited about this. We've been wanting to do this for a while. Now we got it to work. Again, we are partnering with Victus Sports. We're partnering with Jordan the Barber. We may actually have 2 more other things we're partnering with. I can't say it yet. We don't know. But we're partnering with those guys. Victus is going to have custom-made bats for us that day. It's going to be Team Pete versus Team Jordan. I can't lose. So I got to draft a good team because I'll never hear the end of it from Jordan. Trust me on that. He'll never let me live it down. We got to win that day. It is going to be an amazing event. I think we're down already. There's let me see how many slots are still available for playing. Let me see. Let's see. 34. 34 spots are open to play still. So this is just day one. We literally just did this. Is it going to be in New York? Yes. Truth always, yes. It's in the Bronx. It's in Castle Hill Little League, which is a staple of the Bronx, by the way, if you didn't know. So we got the best field that we could play on also. So very excited about it.
Castle Hill Little League.
Yep.
You able to clip that?
Oh, I clipped it already. That's it. That's for Frank.
And it's fine.
Hit the sat button.
Let me play this for the guys.
You have no idea. You have no idea,
Just
buddy.
a preview.
Buddy, I got a buddy. You been ready for that, but buddy's gonna be lit like a motherfucker. I got some firecrackers to put in my asshole. You throw them on, and my asshole gonna fart them out. I tell you what.
That is an old-time Percy classic.
That's a one
Percy
beer,
classic. That's like one long-ass drop. That's phenomenal.
Oh man, I
Francis
can't.
is a little bit under the weather tonight. That's why he's not here.
Yeah, Francis. Francis got his immune system hit.
Bro, that man hit me up this morning because we were finishing the details on the field, and he goes,
Give me something for the pain.
basically, this is him. This is Francis. He said,
Give me something for the pain and let me die.
Oh my God.
he goes, oh, bro, I'm sick as shit. They talked to me yesterday. And I'm like, oh, damn, what the fuck happened to you?
Everybody feel better. If you got a grandma that's available in the Bronx, go and tell her hit up Francis.
One that has gums. He enjoys that the most.
Yes, that can make some nice tea and crumpets.
Oh, I shall make him some tea, all right.
So Pete, you're coming back. Damn, you're coming back already in a month. So let me ask you this.
I'll tell you something offline. Well, I can't say it now, but I'll tell you something offline. It might be an extended Pete stay.
Okay.
Extended. Hey, yo!
Stretched out.
Oh, Pete's getting stretched out.
Who was on crack?
Okay.
Wow.
That's crazy. I was gonna say no, because it's on the 10th, but the Mets play the Yankees a week later.
Did you hear me on game?
Season when I did the porno Darth Vader?
No, I didn't.
You didn't hear that?
I said, feel the force.
Oh my.
Welcome to the dark side.
Sometimes I have nothing to do on bad game seasons. I just do shit like that. Can't help myself.
I
But
mean, it
yeah,
happens.
the Mets. We got San Diego coming to Yankee Stadium. And then what is like a week and a half after that, it's the first time Soto's back in the Bronx.
Yep.
How many Mets? I want to know how many fucking Mets fans are in here enjoying every moment of this shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We need to talk about that because I know we wanted to do something. We'll talk about after because
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, we got to figure shit out. But guys, listen, where are we right now? 175 plus. Smack that like, hit that sub. Shout out to Francis who's sick today. If you're gonna take something from this episode, relax.
Yes, take a breather, everybody.
Pop open a nice Bud Light.
Shit,
Dip butt ass naked in your Lincoln and turn on John Sterling and remember the good old times of the pitches swung on and missed, right? Missed. Just relax.
Yeah, Percy likes to chill in the car, butt ass naked in a Lincoln.
Sometimes I just pop on a cigar, turn them on, and smoke it, and drink my Bud Light butt ass naked. And if anybody knock on my goddamn car window, I just open up my back, my door in the back, and my gator pop out, and I'm peaceful again.
My God.
You know how many gators you can fit in a Lincoln? Shout out to the Gators. The
Shit
Gators
lot.
are the
You can
national
shit up.
champions. I told you this in Tampa.
He
No
did.
Gators.
He did say about the Gators. He did. He came down out of nowhere with Gator stuff on. It was unbelievable.
I'm gonna put that short. Go Gators. Tell you that much. Gators in the chat. Yo, we need some that good idea, Medina.
He
That
got the
boy
Gators in the
Medina.
chat right now. Look at that. Medina got the Gators.
Percy is a freak. You have no
He
idea.
is a freak.
You saw the Discord or the Super Loops.
Unbelievable. 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 This is the U.
Oh man, but yeah. So the Yankees are off tomorrow.
Yeah, no game. No game. I get
I
to
hate
relax
that
a little. We got NYC tomorrow night, but other than that, I got just some little meetings planned up for this event, and that's it.
All right, so Christian, go fuck yourself, Christian. All right, first of all, okay. All right, I want you to go shut the fuck up and get Clark Schmidt back on the mound because I don't want to see more Cookie. All right,
Just start the rumor that they're the same person.
Christian.
That would be so fucking funny.
I
don't know why I find
I
that
thought
so
they both
funny.
were Chris. Just like some people think Dominicans and Cubans and Puerto Ricans are the same. I think all white people are the same sometimes too. I thought it was the same guy.
Well,
I'm sorry.
a lot of people think you and Francis are the same person.
Exactly. So
We
Christian,
get that
I'm
shit
sorry.
all the time. We get
Christian,
that shit
you're
all the time.
Christian.
I'm like, that's Kev or that's Francis, you mean, and that's it.
Let me do my little douche whistle. My douche whistle. There you go.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Pete, any last words?
Me, no, man. I'm good to go. I'm ready to, keep calling this season. It's going to be a beautiful year for the U. I'm excited about it. I can't wait. We do got NYY Day Part 2. By the way, Tommy hit me up. I'm like, Tommy, I know you got the link coming. I don't know if I'm going to put it out that quick because we got this event on May 10th.
When's the date of that one?
September 6th, Toronto.
Okay.
September 6th, Toronto, folks. It is locked in. Tommy texted me today after the game. It is locked in. We're good to go on that. We are good to go on that. September 6th is indeed ours, so you can start making plans really early, as that is locked in for the U. It's locked in for the U. Excited about it. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, man. It's just there's so many events coming this year. So you got May 10th is right around the corner. 24-hour stream. I'm pretty sure there's gonna come something before that too. So
Possibly.
the U is moving, baby. So guys, thank you so much again for another episode of the Bronx or Nothing. This is gonna be since everybody's here already, this is gonna be a fluent show. So we're gonna figure it out. It's not gonna be a specific day. So always be on the lookout for the game seasons. Pete will mention that. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Francis. Any grannies, send them over to Francis' way so he can feel better. And let's go Yankees.
Yep, no doubt about it. That will be the Audi Club again. I see people asking in the chat. It will be the Audi Club again. But, yep, let's go Yankees, everybody. Have a great rest of your night. Peace out. Until next time. Adios.
We got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next. We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone. They not a threat. Tell them reset. When they're at their best, we still not impressed. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Bought a watch with the stones, yeah. Caught them watching my throne, yeah. Ain't no one doing this shit.